The very desire to rule disqualifies one from ruling. Prophet Muhammad. Rise of Islam. Islam came into light in 610 CE with the first revelation revealed upon one of the greatest humans to have stepped on earth. Muhammad, or as Muslims refer to as Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He was neither a king, nor he stated himself as a ruler. He was an example to mankind. He was the chosen one, the beloved of God, the messenger of Allah. He was through whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted his religion to be spread across the world. Prophet Muhammad left this temporary world in 632 CE, leaving an Islamic-dominated religion in the Arabian Peninsula. Ali ibn Abi Talib. Ali ibn Abi Talib was one of the first youngbloods to accept Islam and accompany Muhammad when everyone was against him. Murtaza, the chosen one. Walad al-Kaaba, born in Kaaba. Asadullah, Lion of God. Mushkil Kusha, problem solver. The Wali, the Mawla. Ali was more than just Islam's guide. He was an avid advocate for justice. He was a brave warrior, taking on enemies nobody else dared. He was, above all, the patron saint of Islam, continuing the spiritual legacy of the Prophet in the gentlest of ways, the reason for which Sufi saints and mystics across time and borders have been expressing their reverence and love for him through poetry and music. Abbas, 2021. His love for the Prophet was unmatched. In an incident in the Battle of Uhud, when it was rumored that the Prophet had died, Ali was asked the question, why risk his life when his companions were retreating? Referring to the situation where the companions were leaving because there was no point fighting as the Prophet was no longer left. To which Ali replied, I stayed back to fight till death, as what was the point of living after the Prophet was killed? These are not just words. These are the expressions and love of Ali towards his Prophet and his mission. Ali risked his life for the cause of Islam at a very young age. He stood by the Prophet facing all the Arabs with an undeniable trust and faith in his Prophet's words. The start of schism. Prophet Muhammad never had a throne, yet the succession issue was upheld within minutes of his passing. This marked the beginning of schisms and conflicts that are the basis of rivalries amongst Muslims to this day. Shias, a sect of Muslims, believed that Ali was the rightful heir and the political successor of the Prophet. However, Sunnis who conflict with these ideologies find themselves on poles apart. No one has ever had the ability, nor will one have the capability to distinguish who is right and wrong. This essay has no means of grading one's beliefs and lowering others. However, this article only focuses on the succession politics which took place after the Prophet's death. Prophet Muhammad died due to illness in 632 CE. Ali's friend, father-in-law, leader, and the messenger of Allah left the temporary world. One could imagine the grief one has when losing his closest companion, his guide. Ali was torn apart. The days of pain began, which only grew as the time elapsed. Without a doubt, Ali was the true resemblance of the teachings of Muhammad. Ali took the proceeding up to himself, washed the body, and buried him. Handled the people who were coming to join the grief from all over the world, while nearby was a political crisis coming to light. Umar nominated Abu Bakr as the caliph and the successor of the Prophet without the knowledge of al-Bayt, the family of the Prophet. This ignited the conflict as the prominent vote of al-Bayt was ignored in this massive decision. The schism began, and people were divided. The ones who undeniably loved the al-Bayt didn't pay allegiance and never accepted the decision. Parties were formed, believing in different ideologies. One believed that Ali was the rightful heir, referring to the Ghadir declaration made by the Prophet a few days before his departure. Muhammad lifted Ali's hand and declared, "For whomever I am his Mawla, master, Ali is also his Mawla. O God, befriend the friend of Ali and be the enemy of his enemy." Nasai, 2014. While neither the Sunni nor the Shia doubts the authenticity of this quote, however, conflict emerges on the meaning of the word Mawla, where Sunnis consider this to be friend, while Shias go to the extent of taking this as master and concluding that he was deemed Khilafat that day. While Ali was busy, nearby at Saqifa was the political destiny being decided. Ironically, all of this was happening not very far from where the Prophet's burial arrangements were being made by Ali and other members of the Banu Hashim. There is no good answer to the question as to why Ali was not invited to the Saqifa meeting. Abbas, 2021, especially given that, in the words of Stephen O'Shea, a more qualified candidate to succeed Muhammad was scarcely imaginable. O'Shea, 2014. What happened in Saqifa was a backroom deal. El Gross, 2012. Ali would have not left the body of the Prophet even if invited, but that was beside the point here. Ali was likely informed of what was transpiring, but he was not distracted. The critical question remains as to what the urgency was in deciding this important matter, even before the Prophet's burial. Abbas, 2021. The fitna was being built and only Ali had the authority to control it. Ali kept his silence for the sake of unity. Steps his son Hassan followed. You are well aware that I am the most entitled to the caliphate. But by God, I shall resign myself to this situation for as long as the affairs of the Muslims are being soundly governed. Ali ibn Abi Talib, Abbas, 2021. Ali was a creation of the Prophet's teaching. Ali never wanted chaos and disorder. His reply to Abu Sufyan when the latter attempted Ali to fight Abu Bakr. O Abu Sufyan, you have been constantly plotting against Islam and the Muslims, but you cannot hurt them all. Restrain yourself. As for us, we regard Abu Bakr as being worthy of it. Abbas, 2021. Ali never wanted Muslims to face each other, but what destiny had laid ahead for him was unimaginable. Years later, destiny had him on a battlefield against the wife of the Prophet, Aisha. Death is easier for one than to see your loved ones turn against you to the extent that you must fight them. Ali stood by his Prophet's teaching. The very desire to rule disqualified one from ruling. The fourth Caliph. It was after Abu Bakr, Umar, and Uthman that Ali became the fourth Caliph. But not unanimously, the descendants of Umayyad, Muawiyah refused to pay allegiance and forced an all-out war. Ali's tenure was merely seeing his beloved passing away, turning their back on him and fighting against the fitna. Truth be told, the moment the Prophet Muhammad passed away, the politics started. The greed or need for a successor was imminent, upheld, parties were made, different beliefs started, people started to go astray as the guide, the example was gone, but he left the word of his Lord, Quran. Conclusion. All that happened was necessary. Ali had to be the fourth caliph. He had to go through the catastrophes for the world to know him as Wali, Imam. The pain he faced, the fitna he saw, the setback he faced, the betrayals he fought, yet he stayed firm. The death of Ali ibn Abi Talib was his revival. The death of Ali meant his rebirth, as a symbol of just rule perverted by kinship, cupidity, and corruption. Robinson, 2016. Ali's name had to be held after his death. His legacy had to be lived forever. It was all destiny made by God for his Wali, Ali.